Hi guys, today I'll be comparing the Moza R3, which is their latest Xbox compatible direct drive racing wheel, against their main competitor, the Fanatec CSL DD, with a bundle that has Xbox compatibility to hopefully give you enough information if you're deciding which one to go for. So I'll be showing you around the wheelbases, wheels and pedals, testing each one out to see how they compare against each other, highlighting any pros and cons. Details for all the items I'll be showing in today's video are in the description below, including purchasing links. But before I begin, if you're new to the channel, hope you can support me by subscribing and hitting the bell icon to get notified of my next release. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below. Let's begin by taking a quick look at what you get in the packaging. The Moza R3 bundle comes with the ES wheel, mounting clamps, the SRP light pedals and the R3 wheelbase. The bundle is priced at just under $400. Fanatec did previously do a CSL ready to race bundle, which consisted of the CSL Elite steering wheel, McLaren GT3 V2 wheel, the CSL pedals and the CSL DD, with the bundle priced at just under $480, but recently they've stopped doing that. So now you have to purchase them separately. So pricing wise, with the McLaren GT3 V2 wheel, CSL pedals and the CSL DD with the QR2, as there's no QR1 option, and this comes in at just under $540. There are cheaper bundles, but they're PC only. So this is the cheapest Xbox and PC compatible bundle. Let's start by taking a closer look at the wheelbases. Both are direct drive wheelbases, but clearly you can see the difference straight away, with the Moza R3 being much smaller in size and weighs much less than the CSL DD. The Moza R3 comes in a dark grey matte finish made with aviation grade aluminium alloy with strong black plastic at the back, and this is where the connection points are located. It has Moza written on the sides and Moza written on the top near the quick release system. At the front it features a new X shape with a round circular design on the sides, which is slightly different from their previous wheelbase designs. It has mounting holes on the bottom for ease of mounting to a sim cockpit. This wheelbase is nice and compact and has a peak torque of 3.9 Newton meters, with it incorporating their intelligent temperature control system, so you have no fans on the wheelbase, keeping it very quiet. The maximum wheel rotation on the wheelbase is limitless. The CSL DD is black, the front and back is made from strong plastic and the sides are metal, which acts as a heat sink, hence why it's pretty heavy. You have notches on the sides and on the bottom, which are used for mounting purposes, and you'd place the T-nuts they provide in there to allow you to easily mount it to a sim cockpit. It gives 5 Newton meters of torque, and you have all the connection ports at the back. The maximum wheel rotation on the wheelbase is limitless, and it also features a quick release system. Onto the wheels, and the Moza R3 comes with the ES racing wheel, which has a shallow D-shaped racing inspired design, with the bottom flattened for increased driver leg clearance, with a smooth durable ISF PU cover all the way round, which feels pretty good. In the middle you have an aluminium alloy frame which consists of 22 configurable keys, including the Xbox button and an RGB sequential light shift indicator at the top, which has 10 LEDs. The wheel is 280mm in diameter, with a white center line at the top, and on the back you have Moza's excellent quick release mechanism with a black collar and Moza written across it. To the sides you have the aluminium paddle shifters, which is black coated and has a nice ergonomic feel with a clicky sound to them. Have a listen to this. The CSL bundle comes with the CSL Elite wheel, McLaren GT3 V2, and this wheel measures 300mm in diameter. It has molded rubber grips and has a number of different switches across the faceplate, including a 1-inch OLED display at the top, which displays the telemetry data from the game, and it allows you to see when you're switching between different profile settings or adjusting other settings. On the back you have the QR1 quick release system, which I'd say isn't as good as Moza's quick release system, which is standard on all their wheels. You can upgrade this to their other offerings, which range from just under €50 for their QR1 wheel side to just under €200 for their QR2 Pro wheel side. They have 2 different paddle shifters on the back. The one at the top is a rocker type paddle, which is made from anodized aluminium and allows you to up and down shift, and the ones underneath are multifunctional analog paddles, giving you 4 switchable modes. Have a listen to this. Next onto the pedals, and both the Moza SRP light pedals and the Fanatec CSL pedals consist of just the accelerator and brake. These pedals can be easily adjusted and brought together depending upon where you want them. Both Moza and Fanatec offer a clutch pedal kit which comes at an additional cost. Moza's SRP light pedals is made from high strength steel and finished in matte black with anti-slip rubber pads to stop it slipping on a surface. They both have high precision hall sensors which are essentially spring loaded, which work off the distance travelled. So for the brake, it's not like the brake on a real car, which is what a load cell kit would give you, that works off the pressure you put on it. And worth noting that there's no load cell kit upgrade, but instead Moza does have a performance kit which consists of a spring and damping block combination which gives more resistance to the brake pedal, providing a progressive and realistic feel to it. Personally, I do feel they should have provided this in the bundle instead of offering it as an optional extra, but something to keep in mind if you're planning on purchasing this. Moving on to the Fanatec CSL pedals, they're made from heavy steel with strong plastic pedal plates. They have rubber grips underneath. Both the accelerator and brake have a 12-bit hall sensor, but the brake pedal has an additional PU foam damper which adds a little bit more resistance, giving you a more realistic braking experience compared to Moza's offering. In terms of upgrades, Fanatec have replacement pedal plates which come in anodized aluminium, and you can upgrade the brake pedal to a load cell kit, giving you a more realistic braking experience as the load cell measures the pressure applied rather than the distance travelled. Straight out of the box without any upgrades, I'd say the Fanatec CSL pedals give the best experience. Functionality wise, both the wheels are compatible on a PC and on an Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, but not on a PlayStation. The Fanatec CSL DD wheelbase can't be upgraded to get PlayStation compatibility, so if you want to play on a PlayStation, then you'd need to get the Fanatec GT DD Pro wheelbase. And this wheelbase provides compatibility on all platforms, but this depends on the wheel rim you use. For the Moza R3, there's no native PlayStation support, but you could get the Brook Resolution 2, which is an adapter that allows you to use the PlayStation 5. But with this, the racing experience is very inconsistent between games, so something to be aware of if you plan to buy that. Both Moza and Fanatec have their own software to customize settings. Moza's is called the Moza Pit House, which you can download from their website and use on a PC, giving you the ability to customize your settings on each of the individual devices you have connected. You also have a mobile app on both Android and iOS, allowing you to connect to the wheelbase via Bluetooth, giving you the same amount of customization, which is really impressive and so convenient. There's a Fanatec app for PC called Fanatec's Control Panel. This has a lot of customization available on all the different accessories, and you have the ability of changing settings directly from the wheel, which works well. And they've introduced a PC on Android and iOS app, allowing you to make changes on the fly from your mobile, and you can even use your phone as a racing display, which is pretty cool. But this functionality is only supported on a PC and not on a console, as it requires you to have the Fanatec Tray app installed, which is now part of the Control Panel installation package. But unfortunately, there's no mobile app. But what's nice is that you don't have to launch games via the Control Panel, as it's supported by the majority of games out there. Expandability and ecosystem wise, Moza and Fanatec offer quite an extensive range with upgrade options and different wheel and accessories. One of the major differences is that the Moza ES racing wheel is Moza's only Xbox compatible wheel at this moment in time, whereas Fanatec have a number of podium and club sport steering wheels to upgrade to. Fanatec gives you the ability to upgrade the power of the wheelbase. So if you purchase the Boost Kit 180, which essentially is a larger power adapter, this allows you to increase torque levels from 5 to 8 Newton meters. And this costs just under 150 euros, but you can buy a third-party Boost Kit from AliExpress at a fraction of the cost, so for just under $40. But just to note, any issues associated with using the third-party power adapter will void your warranty. Now, if you're wondering, this sort of option is not possible with the Moza R3, so you'd have to upgrade to a new wheelbase. But to ensure you have Xbox compatibility, you'd have to go with either the R5 or the R12, as the Xbox relies on the wheelbase having a pedal port. And the way this works is that there's a security chip in the ES racing wheel, and this provides the Xbox compatibility. So if you attach this to the Moza R5 and the R12, you'll get Xbox support. Now on to testing both these wheels, which feel very similar as they both provide detailed force feedback from the direct drive system. The R3 wheelbase is quiet, and even after playing for a couple of hours, it doesn't feel warm and there's no loss of performance. The racing experience feels really smooth, refined, and gives a good amount of details from bumps, curbs, and the track itself, on par with Moza's other wheelbase offerings. The torque levels feel good, offering a peak torque of 3.9 Newton meters. Plus you can feel the force feedback accurately from the track when you're going around corners, hitting the curb, or even driving on different surfaces. The Fanatec CSL is very similar, with it being quiet and doesn't feel hot even after playing for a few hours. You do feel more force feedback as it has a slightly higher torque level than the R3, but to be honest, they do feel very similar in terms of performance. The real difference is actually on the pedals. The Fanatec ones feel great. They have a solid feel to them, giving no sideways play. The accelerator is nice and smooth, with the brake having a stiffer spring combined with the PU foam dampener, providing a more realistic, progressive feeling when braking. Moza's pedals feel good underfoot and don't have any flex on them either. The accelerator feels smooth and retracts back well, but the brake pedal doesn't feel realistic as it just has a smooth motion like the accelerator. So getting the optional performance kit with the added spring and dampener will help improve the experience, which is definitely worth getting if you get the bundle. Supported games wise, Fanatec easily wins as it has a large number of compatible games, with the majority of them capable of working with a shifter and handbrake. But with the Moza R3, there are some games that aren't supported on an Xbox. So for example, at the moment, Assetto Corsa Competizione and F1 2023 aren't supported. There's a limitation on the usage of some of the accessories. So in some games, the shifter and handbrake aren't supported. So make sure you check the compatibility table on Moza's website to avoid disappointment. So in summary, both the Moza R3 and the Fanatec CSL DD are excellent mid-level racing wheels that are perfect if you're on a limited budget, giving similar force feedback performance, and in all honesty, you won't be disappointed in which wheel you decide to go for. With the Fanatec, you have the ability to increase the power to 8 Newton meters of torque with the boost kit 180, whereas with Moza, you need to get a new wheelbase, which bumps up the cost quite substantially. Fanatec also has an upgradable ecosystem with a large range of wheel rims and accessories that are compatible with the Xbox consoles, and you have the option of upgrading to a load cell kit for the brake, whereas Moza only has one wheel rim, and compatibility with other accessories and games isn't quite there fully yet, but I know this is something Moza is working on getting resolved soon. Now if I had to choose one of them at this moment in time, I'd probably go for the Moza R3, but that's mainly to do with all the financial instability that's going on with Fanatec, as I really wouldn't feel comfortable purchasing a Fanatec product in case the company goes under. So Moza really is the safer option to go for, I'd say. So there you have it, you've come to the end of another video, and I hope it's helped anyone deciding which of the two wheels to go for. Details for all the items I've mentioned in today's video are in the description below, including purchasing links. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. For those of you who got to the end of this video, please leave a comment with best DD, as it's awesome to see who's got to the end of my video, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. You can follow me on my socials. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications to be notified of my next release. Thanks for viewing, and see you in the next one.